everybody, Eldritch Yeti here, going ahead and going to play some Rivals of Aether. And while this is going to be a Wednesday upload, you're thinking, this is not a multiplayer upload, which I can do, but people have moved on to Rivals of Aether 2, kinda, sorta. And you could argue like, oh, is this going to be a mod workshop? Because there's mods. But I don't think a lot of the mods are that overhauling like they are with some other games. So it'd be more so just one-off matches of me talking about if I like characters or not. And I don't think that's going to be very entertaining. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to quickly do the story mode here. We're going to try to do this all in one long video. If I have to cut around it, I will. And we're going to view the story. Just so you guys get a little bit of understanding. These are the classic 6. Maple, self-appointed guardian of the Aetherian forest and daughter of the treetops, protects the treetop lodges and the floor below with her companion plant, Lily. High in the canopy, the treetop dwellers look down on the lowly denizens of the forest floor. When Maple knows the forest is one, they will thrive or perish together. Now Maple feels a disturbance to the roots of the forest. There is a sickness under the ground. And we're going to go ahead. So each one is about, minus the final area. Each one is 4 standard, and then 1 actual kind of boss fight. It has been a little bit since I played Rivals, or any Smash game. Rivals wasn't the most recent. So if I am messing up or whatever, you understand why. Don't expect any pro plays from me. Back in the day, I did take this a bit more seriously, and for anyone who knows this game came out, what, 2015, 2016? I actually discovered it when it was just the 6. Maple and Lily soon discover that the forest is infested with a mysterious purple shadow. Wherever the shadows touch, the planets turn twisted and evil. Yeah, I found out about this game when everything was still, like, very up and coming with one of my friends back in high school, Mr. Lee, but, you know, we were more PM people at the time, which maybe we'll be getting a video, hint, hint, spoiler. But we played a lot of the Smash games together. We played Brawl, Melee, 4 a little bit, even though PM was our go-to. And yeah, so I've been playing this for such a long time, and I was saying, for people who know Rivals, back when, I'm trying to remember their names, Clarin and Rano came out, I was playing online, and I actually got to play with Windows, and I was actually, granted, he was playing the new characters, or was it Windows or full stream? I believe it was Windows. And I was taking the last stock with my mains, granted he was playing the new characters, but, you know, I should have probably continued playing Rivals in a competitive scene and probably would have done decent, but that's neither here nor there. The sources of the sickness seem to lie beyond the rock wall. Maple realizes that she must go. She leaves Lily in the care of her younger sister, Mareed. Maple gives Mareed a letter that details all of her discoveries about the purple rot and its source. Maple tells her sisters share the letter with any forest dweller who will read it. Marie worries that Maple is too reckless and begs her to stay. But both sisters feel the danger lurking beneath the roots. All of Aether could be in peril. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while, so of course I'm not going to look good. And again, like I said, I don't know if I said in this recording or the other one that I failed. Maple, out of the original 6, Maple is my least favorite. She just doesn't feel that good to me. So, once you see me move on to Crag and Zetterburn, the 2 characters that I probably spent the most time out of, in total, just not within the 6. Because I dual main them, and then my secondary was, Absa. So, and I did play Rivals 2, I'm not that much of a fan of Rivals 2, to be honest. I mean, if a story mode ever comes around for it, I'll play that on the channel, but the huge disappointment for me was it was building its own identity. Identity is not a Smash clone, and then it sort of kind of took a whole bunch of things to be a Smash clone, like the shielding, grabbing, stuff like that. I know some people wanted it. I was not really that crazy about it. Maple crosses the continent, scouting and searching. following the sickness within the earth. With each day from the forest, she feels herself growing weaker. Moons into her journey, she comes upon an enclave under siege. When she creeps closer to investigate, she discovers the Fire God attacking the Smoke Clan's hideout. And I know they build up more in Dungeons of Aether, which at some point I'll be touching on as well, because I actually have not played it, and I probably won't play it up until I play it for the channel, but, you know, I like the team. I think there was some good ideas. So, I can be able to survive. Yeah, so it's one of those things where, you know, I think there's a cool role going on. I just, at this point, think I am a little past it, because I realized fighting games, because this was the closest to fighting games I actually took seriously, was kind of like Smash-esque games, and that was not good for mental health, which, do yourself a favor, take care of your mental health, it's very important. So I just realized that, you know, it's something I had to move away from, and I don't really miss it. Suddenly, Forsburn appears in a whirlwind of smoke. Seeing his adopted home under attack, he mistakes Maple for one of the assailants. In the same moment, Maple witnesses Forsburn's smoky sorcery and presumes him to be in league with the twisting shadows and forest. Both leap into attack. Yeah, and I mean, I've played with friends that, you know, liked rivals like the Smash games. Granted, you know, some people prefer different games, and besides the fact that at the end of the day, some of them just became no longer fun to play with, it's still one of those things where, you know, we had a decent enough time when we were playing. Oh, I died. That was stupid of me. I was trying to be cool, and it didn't work out. Who would have thunk? There we go. Yeah, you should... What? Oh, he had a second life? That's... I forgot that was a factor. Yeah, I remember sticking around for a lot of it, and then eventually the Rivals team did something interesting where they added, like, the highest rated mod characters as characters in the game. Granted, a lot of the characters that like I said, I dual mained Zetterburn and Craig, who both are in Rivals 2. But a lot of the other characters that I liked did not make it to Rivals 2. Like, Rano's okay. Amsa, like I said, was my secondary. So I really wish she came, but instead we got Claren, who I hate, because I hate Marth. I hate Marth clones. I think Marth sucks. Even though I played him as a kid, but that was also because, you know, it's very easy to just flick a stick and, you know, kill. Maple demands to know what role Forsburn plays in the shadowy sickness, taking him back. Forsburn explains his own encounter with the mysterious purple shadow and the disappearance of his brother. Maple and Forsburn conclude that the danger lies to the west. They set off together to find the source of the strange menace. Yeah, not great times, but, you know, it's something I can live with. I'm not looking for a perfectionist run. Second, I'm going to go from least favorite to favorite out of these. So next is going to be Raster, who I know some people really liked because he's kind of a combo of Falco and Captain Falcon from, like, Melee, but even then, he's still different. Raster and Bradshaw are top wingmen in the Air Armada, an elite aerial military that ranges above the whole Aetherian continent. The Air Armada pillages merchant transports and harasses unguarded Fire Empire outposts. Raster alone among the air... Wow, let's try that one again. Raster alone among the Armada flyers is known to break rank for personal glory. Raster is a brilliant but unpredictable flyer. Bradshaw is cautious but steady. They have been best friends and unlikely partners since the days in the Air Academy. Yeah, sorry for the butchering, but I don't know, I'm just not really in it. Because today is actually Thanksgiving, which is not actually one of my favorite holidays, just because I'm not a fan of the whole typical, like, turkey, and because turkey is dry and boring and gross. Not a fan of potatoes and gravy. Oh, don't tell me There we go. That was not the hitbox I wanted. There we go. See, I kind of know what I'm doing. And once again, working through bad characters and getting, you know, some of the ring rust off, it'll turn out better. While soaring above the Aetherian forest on a routine scouting mission, Raster spots a destroyed section of the rock wall. Raster swoops in to investigate while Bradshaw follows. The two friends pray? Someone teach me what that word is. In the air, showing off for each other. They fly in fast and reckless. I do like... I mean, I don't like the way that they handled it mechanically, but I do like how some of the characters ended up getting skins of people within their backstories. Because again, they didn't have to do that. Like, anyone who follows Smash knows that they don't do like DLC skins or stuff like that. Which Rivals said, no, we won't do that because that's pretty sick. And I agree, that is pretty sick. I mean, overall, the Rivals team is pretty cool. Like, they make it very easy to mod the game, if that's what you're looking for. I mean, I know for one, my mod class, I had a class 4 mods, and I ended up doing a stage and a couple skins for Rivals. Meanwhile, on the wall below, Crag, a wall builder, has just returned from a confrontation on the forest floor. He anxiously repairs the wall, impatiently calling up the stone. When Crag sees Raster and Bradshaw diving towards the wall, he braces for attack. Assuming that the Air Armada is taking advantage of the weakness in his wall, Crag pulls up a rock and hurls it upwards, smashing Bradshaw out of the sky. Also, I definitely hear something going on downstairs, but I don't really care right now because people aren't supposed to be coming for another hour. I don't know what else it would really be. Wait, why are we not fighting Crag right now? That makes no sense. Oh, is he supposed to be like the big rival for Raster? Because I was not paying attention, actually. Who a thump? Me not paying attention. That's a rarity, right? I was hoping he would move a little bit more. I hear being loud, but I can't tell if that means me getting involved. And I missed. Also, that's one thing I would get a really bad mindset of in, especially playing Smash competitively, where I'm like, oh yeah, this one move I don't use. I really need to land this move just to kind of like show that I'm like trying to do different things, but it would become to a point where that's all I'd be thinking about. So that would get me in a lot of trouble. Along with just wanting to play my own playstyle, I like being a very rushed down, aggressive player in everything I do, but like especially fighting games. So that was not working out for me being smart. The intense force of the wall builder's projectile propels Bradshaw into the unyielding rock wall, rendering the air ace unconscious. Yeah, so I guess, you know, that's just gonna go ahead and take care of that right away. I kind of like how Maple's built up a little bit more, but whatever, I'm not super worried about the story in this game. As in, like, because you would think, well, let me rephrase. If they were taking the story more seriously, uh-oh. There we go. This is gonna be annoying, because I can't... Smash is a game where Smash, Clone, Smashing, whatever, all of them, are games that I think, especially for me, it's very hard to go ahead and multitask, so... Should I be playing more of those games on the channel for, who knows, if I ever will. Probably not, but who knows. I might just be doing post-commentary, because then otherwise I'm like, you know, half thinking and talking, and it leads to bad gameplay and to bad commentary, so... Seeing his own wingman in peril, Master erupts into a blind fury. Screeching in rage, he wheels in midair and launches himself at the rock creature. I know Raster went through a couple of move kits. Moveset? I know like Kit is more like a MOBA thing. But he definitely, yeah, I guess moveset, he definitely got a couple adjustments. So, you know, I know that at the end of the day, the Rivals team cares because they could have easily just been like, whatever. And they respect their tournament scene, unlike Nintendo, because why would Nintendo want to, you know, make people happy? Because you can definitely appease both the casual and competitive crowd, but you decide not really to. I mean, you kind of do, but not really. Like, if they, like, supported Melee and, you know, made Brawl not a complete mess of a game when they knew the success that they had with Melee, like, you know, I think people would be more of, like, diehard fans to Nintendo because, like, I don't know if you know this. Maybe you guys don't because, again, I can't assume that you guys are Melee players. Melee players love Melee. And even though Nintendo shits on them all the time, they still want to, you know, enjoy the game that they've grown to love. So, yeah, it's one of those things where they could probably be making a lot of money, but I guess Nintendo's not really worried about making money. Because I heard the Switch is slowly encroaching on becoming one of the best-selling consoles of all time. I think it's top 3 right now, maybe, if I remember correctly. But, you know, I guess they don't really need to worry about it. Victorious against the wall builder, Master carefully picks up his injured friend and carries him back to the Air Armada. Master is ridden with guilt for allowing his reckless bravado to endanger his devoted brother-in-arms. He swears to find Crag and seek revenge. Meanwhile below, Crag picks himself up and quickly repairs the wall. Mysteriously, the wall builder sets off east, accompanied by a small Aetherian companion mine. And yeah, there is kind of like an overall branching story to it all, but it's not very strong, so if you don't pay attention, don't care, you're not, excuse me, missing out. Alright. Let's keep going. Forsburn returns home from a diplomatic mission to find his father, Emperor Renburn, slain. A knife, identical to Forsburn's dagger, buried deep in the Emperor's chest. Emperor Renburn's loyal spy and illegitimate son, Forsburn, has long distrusted his father's fire council. Now, all too late, he discovers their treacherous goal. Forsburn flees the scene and seeks refuge in the maze of aqueducts underneath the fire capital. Which feels a little Dishonored to me, a little Corvo Tano, which, spoilers, at some point I'll be playing for this channel, because I like that game. I actually like Arcane a lot. Yeah, one of my friends used to play Forsburn when we played, so I kind of have an idea of what to be doing. Granted, do I think Forsburn is lame? A little bit. I mean, again, I don't really care for his kid at all. So, suspected of murder, Forsburn seeks to warn his beloved royal brother and prevent the Fire Council from seizing the Imperial throne. But when Zetterburn returns to the Fire Capital, he doubts Forsburn's conspiracy theories. The brothers fight and Forsburn flees, wounded and betrayed. Zetterburn, convinced his brother is guilty of patricide, is devastated. He tells no one of their clandestine altercation or of Forsburn's escape. At least he loves his brother enough to not rat him out, because, you know, sometimes it'd just be like, dunzo. I know some people that, if they watch this, they're going to be like, what the hell, you're playing Rivals again? Not really. I know this is very late to say in the video, but I've been thinking about it, and I just kind of wanted to get, like, Rivals out of the way. Because it is a game that I used to enjoy. Keyword being used to be. So, you know, I want to show that there is still some love. There was. There we go. And look, we're 20 minutes in, like, not exactly halfway done, but I think we'll be moving faster onward. Forceman flees to the far outskirts of the Fire Empire. One night, seeking refuge on the border of the wastelands, he awakens to find himself surrounded by murky strangers. They emerge from a ring of smoke and identify themselves as sentries from the Smokeland. They seize the wandering fire citizen and bring him to their settlement. I don't know if there was a helmet, skullless version of Forceburn ever. If there was, that's sick. If not, I kind of wish there was. Again, just for the option for people. Because that's one thing that I think you should always take into account is people like options. I mean, sometimes there is such thing as like too many options. But I mean, something, especially something that would be like relatively simple. I don't know if you would like want to change his cape color to be like red as well. I don't know how you'd want to change the hair, maybe make it a bit darker. I don't know. Again, I'm not much of an artist. I mean, I did work on skins, but nothing ever fantastic. Clyon, chief of Smokeland, learns of Forsburn's plight and his skill in espionage. She offers him a home in the hidden smoke enclave in exchange for his allegiance. Forsburn vows his loyalty. He renounces the false light of fire and vows to learn the truthful deceptions of smoke. He's given a gray cloak of secrecy and a new identity. Now we gotta kill Mabel. Yeah, so at this point, I'm trying to think of like what else to like really play. No, actually, that's not true. I have ideas. I just wanted to again get rid of or take care of games I know don't really have much of a future on the channel for one reason or another. Like, because I'm never, well, I shouldn't say never, but me going back to competitive Rivals is highly unlikely. I mean, it's more likely than any of the Smash games, but still very unlikely. Especially now with Rivals 2, and like I mentioned prior, not really being a fan of Rivals 2. Before long, Forsburn hears news from the Fire Capital. Zebran has disappeared. Despite his loyalty to the Smoke Clan, Forsburn decides he must find his brother. Donning a battle mask from the Smoke Clan, Forsburn uses a smoke portal to return to Fire Capital. When he arrives, however, he's greeted by a familiar figure. And it's not actually Zetterburn. I do like the shadow skins. That's when I first started playing and saw them. I was like, that's sick, why don't we have those? And then eventually they did make it a thing, but for a while, it was weird that they gave us the option to make our own skins in-game before they gave the option to actually just have those as a skin. But alright, time to focus a little bit. Just enough to at least get a kill. There we go. Make that a little bit easier for, you know, probably about like 40 seconds or so. And then also one thing that's cool about Cyber is you can just do that. So in case he needs it to... Yeah, as you can tell, I'm kind of losing some momentum, some steam here. Get it? Steam? Because I'm playing it through Steam? Because that's... I don't know if this... I mean, this should be fine on, like, Switch. I think it's on Switch. It was, like, a mobile... Or it's an online-only game, but... what do I mean? I mean through the Nintendo eShop. That's what I'm trying to say. Jeez, I cannot speak. Come on. That took way too long. That was probably like a bronze, honestly. Wow, that's a silver. As Forceburn uses his new powers of smoke to defeat his brother, Zetterburn vanishes. The fire capital pulses in purple shadow. Then Forceburn sees the blaze in the distance. The fire army has attacked the smoke hideout while he skirmished the fire capital. Forceburn races back to his new home without finding his real brother or confronting the false Emperor Loxodont, who makes his actual debut in Rivals 2. Again, I don't like Sylvanas as a character, but he should have been in... I think any of the character that was already in Rivals of Aether should have been in Rivals 2. That is just my hot take. I don't think there should... Actually, that might be a cold take, because, you know, people main certain characters. The board members of the Water Trading Company are furious that Air Armada has destroyed their flagship and constantly pillages their trade routes. They hatch a plan to infiltrate the Air Armada and bring it down once and for all. However, there's only one creature in Merchant Port that can breach Armada's defenses, Orcane. An elusive trickster, Orcane steals from the WTC and gives to the underpaid company workers. Respectable. However, the chairman announces that they will bargain with the notorious thief. Why is he the only one that can get through? Also, Orcane is another fun character. Might be like my number 4 character? Maybe? Probably not. Well, although the only characters, because I know I just mentioned this, the only characters who I understand not coming back to Rivals 2 right away would be Ori and Shovel Knight, because again, they were, well, not again, but because they were collabs, it's not like Rivals made those characters. There we go. Should be fine. There we go. Yeah, probably no way I'm going to be setting any records either from over my prior or in general, because I'm playing like slop. The chairman knows Orcane's fondness for the poor fisherman Nesbit and his granddaughter. Nesbit's low wages are barely enough to put food on the table. The chairman appears at the docks and offers a feast for Orcane's adopted family. However, in exchange, the family must convince Orcane to do the bidding of the WTC. But the savvy Nesbit bargains for more. A yearly feast for all the workers of Merchant Port. One day of holiday each week, and representation at WTC board meetings. The chairman frowns. It is a steep bargain, but he is forced to agree. Imagine wanting like a reasonable... I mean, that's actually how the world is now. People in charge don't want you having, you know, anything. They don't want you having a good wage. They don't want you having good benefits. None of that stuff. Like, as someone who currently, and probably for not much longer, works for the government, I can tell you that from personal experience. They do not give a shit. I got an argument with one of my supervisors for having Thanksgiving off because they told us we had all federal holidays off, and then all of a sudden, last minute, they wanted to pull that away. It's like, I already have stuff going on. You can't tell me the day beforehand, but I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. Nesbit's granddaughter is the only one who can convey the plan to Orcane. The water creature agrees he will do anything to help his adopted family. Using his mysterious water powers, he sneaks to sneak into Armada through an unguarded sink. Orcane sniffs his way through the airship, seeking the WTC's stolen goods. See, some of these go way too fast for the 5-match layout that they have. But I guess it's not really that important. Maybe it's just me, because I am someone who, you know, is becoming a writer for games, so that's why I'm viewing it as strictly, I don't know how you want to put it, as I am. Because, I mean, fighting games aren't typically known for good stories. I mean, I know that Tekken has, like, a crazy one, and I probably won't be playing Tekken on the channel, just because, again, I don't think that'd be fun for anyone. Because I bought, I think, one Tekken. I bought Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and I played Tekken 7? That was the one on PS4, right? I think so. I'm trying to see if I can find it, and I can't. Yeah, Tekken 7. And yeah, that's just not, you know, my scene. You guys would be watching me, you know, kind of mash buttons, and I don't think that's fun for anyone. Suddenly, Orcane happens upon a strange scene. He spies the Air Armada's commander selling the chairman's goods, worth millions, in exchange for a single scroll. This is no ordinary scroll. It is shimmering. It's a shimmering, shifting map illustrating weak points in the defense of every civilization across the surface of Aether. Wow, talk about a piece of shit. I forgot that. I don't get. I guess it's okay to have just some people be straight villains, although it doesn't really feel like it, you know. What I mean by that is, like, besides this story that we're getting now, there's no indication that any of them are really evil. Yeah, unfortunately I don't know too many combos, so, with Arcane. Randy forward smash. That's me, Randy forward smash. I've done that with people before. Yeah, so one of the guys I used to play Rivals with. Are you... Game over. Fuck that. That's stupid. Continue. I don't give a shit what they're playing. Maybe Arcane is not as good as I remember. Or my Arcane is not as good as I remember. Because I remember it... Also, I hate CPUs, but that's a different story. Come on. Are you kidding me? There we go, finally, Jesus. You know, I would cut that, but honestly I don't give that much of a shit. Like, I'm frustrated by it, but it's basically going to show up regardless. So no point by editing it out. Distracted by his newfound intrigue, Arcane is startled by the appearance of Raster and Bradshaw. The two Armada wingmen are amazed to find a water dweller inside the Armada. Raster, after the hothead, shoves his wingman to the side and challenges the water creature to close quarters combat, breaking his arm once again, because Raster is that kind of guy, I guess. Alright, let's try to make this quick. Because, yeah, this might actually push like an hour, maybe? I was doing kind of good up until I choked that. Got a dash chance, got a wave dash. See, like I said, I played kind of Smash before. I actually got into it from the first dock, and then kind of stopped playing once Armada retired. I mean, I was kind of like on again, off again for a little while, but mainly stopped playing when Armada retired, who is the GOAT, by the way. Arcane defeats Raster and leaps out of the Armada ship. The Cherubim's goods in tow. He returns with his loot to Merchant Port, where to find his beloved docks in flames. He quickly sweeps Nesbitt's granddaughter to safety and puts out the flames. He learns that Merchant Port was attacked by a mad fire general on a senseless rampage. Arcane sniffs out the trail of the fire creature and follows it west, leaving his home in the water once again. Yeah, not great, but again, I don't give a shit. Now to characters that I'm actually competent with. Even though, again, not going to be setting any records. Because, also, it doesn't matter if you set a record. It's not like you're getting an achievement for it. It's just kind of like, oh, personal satisfaction. Crag's life is slow and meditative. His people, the wall builders, devote their entire lives to maintaining the Great Rock Wall. They alone wield the power to manipulate great masses of stone. Most wall builders are born on the wall and will circle the whole Aetherian forest 3 times during their lifetimes, never setting foot on the ground below. You were born to work. Hey, my 2 characters. Straight up. Really? Yeah, let's see. Am I gonna embarrass myself with how bad I'm playing? Doesn't seem like it so far. But again, that was only the first match, so it could always get worse. One day, Crag comes upon a huge breach in the northern wall. He has never seen such destruction and fears the threat that might have entered the forest. Alright, now versus Orkane. Orkane. Easy. I mean, I could probably cheese if I really wanted to, but that's not what I'm going for, because I don't need it. Did that say total time? Yeah. So I need a minute to beat, but that's 20 seconds match. I don't know, it might be actually possible, but I'm not worried. Crag begins the laborious process of summoning rocks to repair the wounded wall. He must heal it quickly to protect the precious Aetherian forest from outside threats. Suddenly, the unthinkable happens. Crag is attacked from inside the wall. Yes, from deep inside. Ooh, crisp. Moving fast. Moving fast. At least trying to. Crag's rockbound mind can barely process what he sees. The Great Wall was made to protect the treetop dwellers. Now one of them is mounting an attack from within. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I just, you know. Then, also, this is a nice break from, you know, work and working on my project, and, especially because some people on my team don't like to communicate, which has actually been really pissing me off, and I've been calling it out, and has anything changed? Nope. Come on. We're not losing to you. No. Yeah, so best record, that's gone now. I didn't think I was doing that bad up until that 40-second performance. Ugh. Again, I wasn't worried about it, but if I could have done it, that would have been cool. Outraged. Crag steps off the wall for the first time in his life to confront the traitor, Maple, vigilant of the forest. Meanwhile, bystanders gather. The treetop dweller only see Crag trespassing on the forest floor to attack one of their own. Outraged, they vow retaliation on the former allies, the wall builders. Yeah, we're not killing 2 maples in 10 seconds. Cheese? Nope. Thought we can cheese. Yeah, so like day 1 Crag cheese as you go ahead. Actually, let me see if I can pull it off. That. You just go ahead and up B, recover, up special, up, and then you just hit him with up smash. Or forward. And I know it's strongs or whatever in Rivals, but I mean, I'd start as a Smash player, the whole strong thing doesn't really translate that well. For me, at least. There we go. So that potentially could have been done if the last round wasn't so shit. No, never mind. Would not have been. To Crag's basement, the purple treetop dweller vanishes. Reed, younger sister of Maple, approaches and drops a letter to the forest floor. The letter explains that the Shadow Warrior couldn't have been the real Maple. because she left moons ago to find the source of the strange purple disease in the forest. Craig realizes that the only way to protect his beloved wall and forest is to leave them. But Reed sends Lily with Craig to help him track down Maple in the middle of her quest. So you have 2 that weren't great, 1 that was really bad. Nope, almost went the wrong way. I don't know how people are doing like these 6-second mods, and actually there was one that said 0, so I know that's just straight up hacking. Zetterburn and his loyal legion returned to the Fire Capital after vanquishing the Air Armada ships that preyed upon the Fire Empire's far-flung trade routes. However, their triumphant return is met not by laurels and celebrations, but by black banners and dirges. The Fire Capital is deep in mourning. Also, it was cool that there was like a firebird there. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a phoenix, or just showing that, you know, races can live differently, you know. Ooh, not bad. 6 seconds. That's apparently as quick as someone's entire run, which again, I don't believe is possible. I think those were modded numbers. Zebron discovers that his father, Emperor Renborn, has been assassinated with a famous dagger belonging to an inconceivable suspect, Forsberg, Zebron's beloved brother. Meanwhile, Minister of Trade Loxodont is to be crowned the new emperor. The Fire Council convinces a distraught Zebron that this was his father's wish. Zebron, a loyal citizen of Fire, accepts the Council's will, pledges his loyalty to Emperor Loxodont, and vows revenge on the treacherous Forsberg. Alright, let's get this done. Jackass? Nope, doesn't matter. Yeah, this might be possible for a speed run, but if it happens, it happens. I'm not gonna, like, throw a controller if it doesn't. Which I am playing with my Xbox One controller. If you have the GameCube adapter, you can use GameCube or PlayStation. The night, Forsburn materializes in Zebron's Imperial Chambers. Forsburn pleads for his brother's aid and accuses the council of murdering their father. Certain of Forsburn's guilt, Zebron flies into rage, attacking his once beloved brother. Forsburn barely manages to escape this life. See, at least this one, it kind of makes a bit more sense. Like, you're having Forsburn fight right after Forsburn versus some of them where it's just kind of thrown together. We got him. Right? There we go. Now we got him. Please, come on. There we go. Jeez Louise. That was some bullshit. Silver, yeah. Not great. Because he didn't want to fucking die, and I don't want to go out there. Coronation Day dawns. The citizens present Loxodont with the Flame Imperium, a sacred torch granting the rule of fire. Zebron watches, exhausted and doubtful. Suddenly, a water creature appears and steals the flame. It is the elusive Orcane. Orcane leaps with the flame into a mysterious purple puddle and is gone. Also, I'm surprised. I'll get to it, actually. If you want, I'm not going to spoil it. Although people are watching this probably already know. I don't think there's going to be anyone brand new to Rivals watching this, but I could be wrong. There we go. There we go. Yes. We can still recover it, just kidding. I don't give a shit. I've been saying I don't give a shit, but I've been actively talking about the times now, so maybe I do give a shit. I don't know. The Fire Council orders Zebron to retrieve the flame. Ever loyal, the Fire General unleashes a maelstrom on Merchant Port, the home of Arcade. Zebron rampages through the unprepared city until he reaches the docks, where he finds a purple Orcane guarding the ceremonial torch. This one I don't think we'll be able to do in the 30 seconds. Kill 2 of them. One of them, probably. 2, probably not. Or at least maybe a more practiced version of me can do it, but not currently. Yeah, I actually legitimately don't know how I got these numbers. Come on. I don't feel like it was 2 before, but I could be wrong. Please, just die. Jeez, Louise, you fucking ass. Also, I don't get some of the Rivals hitboxes. Like, I feel like if I made that jab, I would have gotten, if I was at Orking and made that jab while Zebra was recovering, I would have gotten hit by it. Unless it's just, like, AI bullshit. Could be it. And this is going to be the longest video on the channel. Probably. Suddenly, Orking dissipates. The water creature was a mere shadow. Beset with doubt, his instincts ablaze, Zebran eyes fall on a purple glow, and plumes of smoke on the western horizon. So we're almost there. And there we go, the final battle of the Tyrian Gates. Minute 34, I don't know how I did that. Their journeys have led to the same place, where verdant grasslands once grew around the Godai Delta. A vast crater now churns with new seas. Volcanic ash clogs the air. Weeple and Forsburn arrive to find Zetterburn already at the water's edge. The proud lion averts his eyes from his brother he wronged. Orkan arrived soon after. Crag appears next, reuniting Maple with her companion plant Lily. Rest arrives just moments later, having tracked down Crag to take revenge for Bradshaw's injury. Suddenly, the earth shivers, and the water seethes with oily strands of shadow. The sea pulses purple, and a vast stone edifice arises from the depths of a raging world. This strangely ancient stone structure seems to be a gateway. Through this portal, the rival warriors glimpse a vast abyss that plunges deep below the surface of Aether. This must be the source of Maple's underground rot, and the imperial shadow imposters. Our warriors put their rivalries aside. They know what they must do. Alright, so we're gonna try to see how much we can get done as Zetter. And then this is kind of like the equivalent of like Master Hand, Shadow Hand, and all that crap. Yeah, again, there's no way I'm gonna be pro playing this. There's probably a way to cheese it, but I don't give a shit to figure it out. Oh, come on. Oh wait, I think that means it's dead. Nope, never mind. Are you just gonna spam that move from now on? Like, really? Stupid asshole. And you can see at the bottom, which I've not talked about, that's the health bar. But what I was going to say earlier, and I didn't want to ruin it, was I'm really surprised the Eldritch Imperial Abyss thing never got like an actual character. I think that would have been pretty cool if that happened, but there's probably some reason for it. I don't know what it was, because, not part of the dev team, but I forgot that instantly kills. There we go. I thought there was more, but I could be misremembering. The shadow creature's have been vanquished. The newly united warriors forget their past rivalries, choosing instead to consider each other allies against any future threats of Aether. The mystery of the shadow remains. What were their true roles? Why did they incite such strife among the citizens of Aether? And will they return? And that is Rivals of the Aether. Yeah, boy. So yeah, hopefully you guys, I forgot what this is. Oh, this is like, I think it is where they'll spawn, like, yeah, stuff like that, but I don't give a shit. There we go. See, score 3. Woo, we did it. Alright, so yeah, this will... The end, question mark. And then the Abyss is a different mode, which, if you guys, you know, care, you guys can discover for yourselves. But yeah, Malo, Olympia, Hodan, and Pame were the DLCs. I like Pame. Hodan, I don't understand. Olympia's okay. Malo's whatever. Don't like, kind of like, don't like, don't like. Yeah, but go ahead and check out Rivals of Aether for yourself if you haven't already. Maybe check out the sequel. And who knows, maybe I will go ahead and do other Smash games. Probably not. I know maybe Project M I mentioned, but we'll have to see. Anyways, goodbye.